Military bases across the country are on heightened alert today after a gunman shot and killed 4 Marines.
Earlier, we spoke with Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam with more on whether the state is stepping up its security.
We have, the whole state in Chattanooga have felt incredibly encouraged by the support that they've received from around the country, and we're very grateful for that. Thanks.
Governor, the first question I think a lot of people have is, what are you in the state doing along with the federal authorities to figure out exactly what happened, who Mr. Abdulaziz was, and why he chose this particular target?
Yeah, I think two encouraging things as we try to find the answers to that. Number one, incredible cooperation between Chattanooga Police Department that was involved in this from the very beginning, state law enforcement, and the federal officials who have come in. The second thing is the FBI has committed an incredible amount of resources to finding out the answers, and they're starting, in my opinion, doing it just the right way, following every clue, every tip, every lead that they can to be able to answer those questions that we all want to know. Is this one person acting on his own, or are there connections that we should be further concerned about?
And Governor, in light of this shooting, what is being done at military facilities, military installations in your state to try and beef up security?
Well, obviously, you know, the primary responsibility for that is with the Department of Defense, but we're obviously on heightened alert around any military facility after an incident like this to make certain that we put the proper precautions in place. And again, the Department of Defense is doing the same thing, and they're taking the lead on that.
Governor, it's ironic that at a U.S. military recruiting center, the members of our armed services are in fact not armed at some of these recruitment centers. Is it your thought that perhaps that should change going forward?
Well, I think that's one of the questions that a lot of people are asking today, and again, that's actually not by state law or even by federal law. That's by chain of command in the military that decision has been made. So the military will have to make that. I think one of the things a lot of us would like to do is to have a conversation to understand, well, why is that policy in place, and is it time to reevaluate that?
Governor, the Council on American Islamic Relations, which is the nation's largest Muslim civil rights and advocacy organization, has issued a statement unequivocally condemning this attack, saying such inexcusable acts of violence must be repudiated by Americans of all faiths and backgrounds. I wonder, Governor, have you been in touch with anyone from the local Muslim community in the wake of these shootings?
The local Muslim community has reacted like you think they would, with horror at the idea that this has happened, and I think with a real urgency to say this is not who we are. And I think that obviously is part of the healing process for the community as well. But I think the local Muslim community has been really clear: is this is not who we are. We condemn this, and we don't support it in any way.
Governor, let's talk about precautions now being taken in the state that are precautions that you directly can be responsible for. In other words, other soft targets such as schools, such as churches, mosques. What is being done across the state right now?
Well, and I think one of the things that makes this difficult is this is a situation that wasn't on an individual, wasn't on anyone's radar. And so I think it shows the difficulty of dealing with unpredictable situations. And unfortunately, you talk about soft targets, a lot of things can be a soft target. And so I think it's obviously our law enforcement folks have a heightened sense of awareness and doing anything where there's people who they might suspect might be a likely target for this. But the unfortunate reality, even in saying that, is that's a lot of places, and it just shows the difficulty of what we're dealing with.
But sir, nothing, in other words, is there anything that is happening immediately in the aftermath of this, just as U.S. military bases are on heightened alert right now following this attack? Is anything being done across the state?
Well, I think, again, law enforcement folks have put that heightened security in place where it makes sense to do that. The difficulty here, like I said, is because this was an unpredictable event. It's hard to know exactly what all locations should we be talking about. Obviously, military facilities are one of those that everybody's paying attention to today.
All right. Governor Bill Haslam of Tennessee, thank you, sir, for your time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.